Okay guys, before we get into the video, I'm going to be showing you this strategy that I've been using to completely win on NAS 100, and I'm going to be completely covering everything, and you're going to be exactly winning just like me and leaving your 9 to 5. Okay, this is for my US, Canadian or Australian traders who actually want to leave their jobs, and also for the UK too. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So what you need to do is you need to wait for agent session to do whatever it wants. This works for NAS 100, this works for EURUSD, DBUSD, anything like that. Okay, so let's say this is agent session right here, right? So this is agent session, as you can see. So once agent session actually ends, what we need to do is mark out the highs and the lows of agent session, right? As you can see, this is the highest point and this is the lowest point. Okay, as you can see right here, it says mark out the highs and the lows of agent session, identify which part of price is liquidated, and then we find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / fractional lows have completely been swept, and then we can reinforce our market structure shift and then go for candlestick if possible, right? So what we need to do next is figure out which part of price actually gets swept first. So let's say the lows have completely gotten swept, just like this. We would mark this out as our liquidity zone, and we would now be looking for that market structure shift with that fractional high. Okay, I'm going to be explaining what a fractional high is later on in this video, but do watch all the way until the end. So what we're going to be doing is waiting for price to actually give us that market structure shift, but once it actually does give us the market structure shift, I'm going to be naming this right here MSS. And once I do get a market structure shift, all I'm going to be doing from here on out is very simple. Okay, we're just going to be identifying the fair value gap, and then we overlap it with the market structure shift for a very high probability, and then we execute the trade straight away. So what I'm going to be doing is actually naming this my fair value gap right there, and after I do name this the fair value gap, what I'm going to be doing from here on out is wait for price to actually go dropping back into this area, and I'm going to be placing my actual trade right there, and I'm going to be putting my actual stop loss just around this area right here because it is where the first candle of the FVG is, and we're going to be leaving this as a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is waiting for price to actually drop back into this area, bounce off of the fair value gap, go up and completely smash take profit, and this is all happening within London session. So I'm going to be going to the actual charts right now and showing you how this actually does work in the actual charts, right? So we're on the actual charts right now, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how it works on the actual charts. But just before that, I need you to listen very carefully, because this strategy completely changed my life, and it can completely change your life too. What we're going to be doing: only trade within a London session kill zone. Okay, only London session kill zone, 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on a 5-minute time frame. We're going to be marking out the highs and the lows of Asian session, and then we need to identify which part of price actually gets liquidated first, right? So this is the lowest point of Asian session right here, and this is the highest point of Asian session right here before obviously Asian session ends. And as you can see, the highs have completely been swept, and then this is our liquidity sweep, right? Because the highs completely been swept, but we're going to keep this here as just lows, right? So that's Asian session's lows, and that's Asian session's highs. If you want this indicator, by the way, it marks out your Asian session, London session, and New York session. Comment down below, and I'll send it to you completely for free. But all you need to do from here on out is, since the highs have been swept, we do actually trade the reversal. So we will actually trade towards the lows, and we will short these positions. So since the highs have been swept, we're going to be looking for we're going to be finding a breakage of structure where fractional lows instead of highs, lows have been swept, and then we can reinforce our market structure shift and go for candlestick if possible. I'm going to be explaining what fractional low is, and then we're going to get straight into finding the market structure shift. Actually, I'm going to be finding it first, and then I'm going to explain what it is. So the market structure shift here would be this candle right here, because let me just mark it out, my market structure shift, right? And it's because this is the fractional low. This candle right here is the fractional low, and I'm going to be explaining why it is in just a second, right? I'm going to be just marking this out really quickly. This is our candle that we're looking at, fractional low, and it's only the fractional low because a fractional low is a series of 3 candles. That's number 1, that's number 2, and this is number 3, right? So it's a series of 3 candles where the candle in the middle is the one that's actually the lowest, right? So as you can see, if we are actually putting the wicks with it, and we're going to be seeing that the candle in the middle is the one with the actual lowest wick, and that is the indicator that we need that this is our fractional low. As you can see, the one in the middle is the one that's the fractional low, because the candle before it and the candle after it does not go below it, which makes this our fractional low, which gives us the market structure shift. And as you can see, this actual candle movement is the exact same kind of movement right here. It's just some of the wicks are shorter, some of the wicks are taller. Okay, so that's all that there is to it, to a fractional low. And once we actually do get this, all you've got to do from here on out is wait for price to actually bounce back up into this area. Okay, so let's say this was actually in replay mode, you would not be seeing anything from this green candle onwards. So what you're going to be doing from here, if you weren't able to see it, what you will be doing is identifying a fair value gap, and then we need to overlap it with a market structure shift for a higher probability. As you can see, this will be our fair value gap right here. From here to here, we're going to be marking this out right there, fair value gap, right? And as soon as we do actually get a fair value gap, all we've got to do from here on out, it's very, very easy, right? All we've had to do is literally just short position this right there, place our stop loss just around this area of the FVG because it is our first candle of the stop loss, and then we're going to be just placing our take profit at either a 1 to 6 or a 1 to 5, right? So as you can see, it does reach a 1 to 6 level right there, and I'm going to be placing it at 1 to 6, and as you can see, it completely stretched all the way out, and it actually did reach our 1 to 6 risk to reward ratio. You might have been wondering, what is all this payout stuff and what is all this blue area? Okay, as you can see, Glody got his first ever payout of $8,200. Nikolai got a $7,000 one, Zane got a $6,000 one, and this is all because of our program MSPAS. Okay, in MSPAS, this is what we do: we get you funded. Okay, we pass your account, get you funded, we manage your account for 4 months, get you a payout every 21 days, and yes, that is 4 payouts. Okay, every single one of them people got 4 different payouts. As you can see, Loslo got a $1,400 payout right here, and there's so much results. As you can see, this person got account funded right there, this person got a deposit of $8,000 into his account in USDT. Okay, there's so much different results, but look, spaces are very, very limited. There's only 1 spot left. Okay, so make sure you do click the first link in the description and join before it is too late, because we are closing the service soon and we will not reopen for a minute after that. Okay, so make sure you do actually join. First link in the description, get your spot, save your spot, join our wait list as fast as possible, and then we will get you started straight away once we do release again. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this video because I did explain everything very, very good. And if you want me to explain more, just comment down below and I'll explain everything to you completely. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.